Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing it's Alan's office is where I was last. Because, I don't actually know. But that's, like, in order, I think. Yes. Oh, I thought I had saved after doing some of this stuff. I could have sworn I saved right before I ended. Because I went up here and I read whatever was in his desk or on it or whatever. The drawer is locked. I could see Carnby. I forgot about that jump scare. I could see Carnby being a southern man. Realistically, not this terrible garbage version of Carnby, but real Carnby. I can see him being a boy from Kansas, Missouri or something. I don't think there's anything else in here. Why is that part shiny? Is that just like the locked drawer? I assume. There's nothing I can read here, is there? No. I assume that's the only reason that's shiny. It's because it's like, hey, there's a locked drawer over here. I'll use a med kit. Let's see. I don't know where I need to go next. Oh, I haven't explored the attic fully yet, so maybe up there. There's nothing else down this hall, is there? Oh, there is. Oh, it's locked. Never mind. Have I already been this way? I think so. Who is this a bust of? Richard Moulton. I already forgot like all the names. Obed's the like son who did most of the stuff or something. Okay, this is out into the main hall. Where is this again? Oh yeah, the skylight room with nothing in it, really. Wait. Nah. I was gonna say, surely I can't shoot out this glass, can I? I don't want to waste ammo on it, but I'm curious. Although, I guess technically I could save. And then try and shoot it. That looks like a doorway to me. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, that's the way I came from. Sealed up. Okay, well, let me try going to the attic, I guess. Where was that again? Oh, right here. Convenient. Hold on. I'm so nervous. I hate my phone. I hate OBS. Quit doing this ugly crap, dude. No, but it wants you to look like that. Ah. I wish you could sprint and still unlock doors. Like, this part sounds kind of hollow to me, but I'm guessing that's not where the trapdoor is. Ugh. I think it was like the next room or the one after that, where it says there's a draft. What about this door? Sealed up. What partition, though? Are you talking about, like, the wooden planks over here? Can I use the lighter again? It thinks I can, but no, not really. Okay. Aha! I thought maybe I could use the crowbar. Oh. I have to interact with it. I hear an enemy. Meow. Come at me, brother. Dang, these guys are resilient, whatever they are. There we go. That was a lot of ammo. I probably wasted some just firing, assuming that they were getting hit, but or hoping, more like. Seal it up, id. A med kit. I think my health is still fine for now. My HP. Locked. What about this last one over here? Sweet. Whoa. Random person in that bed. I want to look around and make sure there's nothing of interest over here. Music just suddenly kicks in. I'm gonna save just in case.
You're back.
Back? Who are you talking about?
But who are you?
The name's Carnby, Edward Carnby, and I'm here to help you.
Do not lie to me. You are here for something else. Are you with the young lady?
Aline? Do you know where she is?
Oh, she is most probably dead by now. You know, Mr. Carnby, of all those who set foot on the island, few ever got away. Obed told me he spoke to a man, it was last week, I think. Obed was sure the man was going to help us. Oh, Obed has always been gullible.
This man, was his name Fisk? Charles Fisk?
How can one be sure of anything on Shadow Island? I know you have come to harm my sons.
No, you've got me all wrong.
Go to the library and burn it all. Let the flames purify this hellish place.
But what about you?
I am already dead. Go to hell.
Okay. I am already dead. Go to hell. Oh, it's... Is this just the same thing? I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I guess in case you missed it earlier or whatever. Or maybe it's just supposed to be like a... Obed is so full of himself that he keeps all these magazines around or something that are about him. You can't talk to her or interact with her anymore. Okay, so there's nothing of interest in this room then is what you're saying. Like at all.
Aline?
Right here. How's it going?
I met someone called Edenshaw.
And what'd you find out?
He knows a lot more than he's saying. He says he never saw Fisk, the friend I told you about.
What do you make of that?
One of two things. Either he's telling the truth, and Johnson and his men are total bastards, or else he's lying, which means he's just one more suspect.
What if Fisk came here, but decided not to show himself? What if he just stayed hidden?
No, that's no good. I know how Fisk operates, and he would have had to ask questions.
But maybe he never had time to.
What do you mean?
The monsters, the creatures...
But Fisk died of a bullet to the heart.
Oh, I see. Or actually, I don't see. I'll go looking for Obed Morton. He has the answers to our questions.
I'm starting to think otherwise.
What do you mean you're starting to think otherwise? Why is she going to look for Obed? That does not sound like a good idea. At all. So does that trigger, like, something that I can do now? Because I still don't know where this trapdoor is. I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here. Is there anything shiny, maybe? Did I have my flashlight on in here? I feel like I did. Did I miss anything? I don't know. I can't think of anything else to do now. Other than maybe try to find the trapdoor, which I don't know where that would be. She said it's where the floor sounds hollow, but there's a lot of places where the floors sounded hollow up here. Like this part to me. Where is it? Kind of this part over here sounds a little hollow. Meow. I don't know, man. Where do I go from here? I might finally have to look at a walkthrough, because I don't know what to do anymore. What is this thing, by the way? Is it like a cabinet? I guess. Oh, it's a door. Wait. Okay. I remember seeing a door at some point. I don't remember where it is, though, at all. A door that, had boards on it, but I don't remember where that was. I don't know if I can use the crowbar on that, maybe. Maybe not, though. There's nothing in this little cubby. Don't look like it. Enemies? Where was that one room where... That wasn't like outs... Ah! Yay. That wasn't like outside, was it? That one room where I went... Was it? Where I went down into that little like basement area? Leave me alone, slut. Was it that one room upstairs where I... Maybe? Maybe? Can I use my crowbar here? Really? I can't? Because this looks straight up like it's just boarded up to me. This is the door I was thinking of, though. But I guess it won't let me remove the boards. Okay, well, there goes that idea, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. The door seems sealed up. What is this? Is that something I read earlier or something? Yeah. Itchy. Okay, didn't I unlock these doors? So wouldn't that be this door? Huh. Weird. Where do I go now? Nothing of interest in there that I can think of. Just leads downstairs. I don't have any keys. I can't think of anything that I would need to light on fire. I have a mask that I could maybe put on something. I have the statue. I don't know where I would use that. It's pretty much just the first 4 items that I could really use on anything, but I can't think where I would need to use them. Where does this go again? Oh, it's locked. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. Unless Alina has advice.
Aline?
Or Aline. Not Alina. I thought this area was lit up before. Could have sworn it was. Oh yeah, this was the office. I assume it's... Yeah, it still won't let me leave through these doors or anything. I don't have any film to use on this projector thing. I can't inspect these people's pictures. That drawer is locked. Wait, I can't use the crowbar on the drawer, can I? I assume not. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore then. I'm gonna go check one last thing, and then if I can't figure anything out, then I'm just gonna move on. Try to look at a walkthrough and see what I can figure out. What do you mean there seems to be a locking mechanism? You talking about that thing on the floor? Why do you keep zooming out when you say that? There seems to be a locking mechanism, and then it shows me this, like, full view for some reason. Same thing on that one. Weird. What if I turn the light on? Does that change anything? I assume not. Well, now it's a different view. Weird. That's the same, though. There's something, like, on the floor, it looks like. Maybe it's just telling me that I used to be able to interact with this dresser thing. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to look at a guide, unfortunately. Um... This makes you look like stupid. Oh. So there's a key, or there's the trapdoor somewhere in the attic. I don't know which room it's in, though. Or, well, we already knew it was in the attic, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know exactly what room it's in, but it's somewhere that I've potentially been. What's the other door? I'm pretty sure it's somewhere I've already been. The hell? How did I get stuck on that? It's somewhere around here,
Aline?
I think.
Aline?
Oh, is it right there? Aha! That's not a trapdoor. But okay. I assume that's for the locked drawer on the desk. Could be wrong, but... Second floor east. So now I think I can continue. This door wasn't locked, was it? I think it said it was, yeah, sealed up. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm making some sort of progress. That's genuinely not a trapdoor, though. I don't know why this game, whoever wrote this, thought that was what a trapdoor was, but it's not. A trapdoor is like a hidden compartment on the floor where you can literally open a door. A trap door, not a hollowed out part in the floor where someone... That's more like a hidden compartment. It's just some... It's just a hole in the floor where some freaking... a couple of keys were hidden under the planks. Where does this go again? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's where the gardening stuff was. So... Probably his office again. I don't know where second floor east is necessarily. How do I get to his office again? Is it one of these? No. Not this one. I don't think, is it? Maybe it is. Sealed up, so I can't go in it. So there's nothing of interest in here, really, then. I think I got, like, a statue, one of the statues in here, I want to say. Or the mask, maybe? Wait, what? I had to put the wolf mask on the owl? Huh? Was that what I was supposed to do? Or did I just mess up the game? Was I supposed to put an owl face on that? And I just, like, ruined the game for myself? Weird. Okay, then. I think there was a locked door somewhere around here. Maybe that second floor east key could be used. That looks... Is that... Yeah, sealed up. Okay. That's what leads downstairs again. Sealed up? Yeah. Sealed up. That's a dead end. Or wait. No. This door's locked, isn't it? It could be this door. Yeah. Could it be? Aha! Sweet. Wow. Half of a photograph. Richard Morton, you don't know me, and as long as you don't know me, your path will be strewn with pitfalls and perils. My name is Judas Deserto. Even if you may not know me, I know all about you. I know about your sleepless nights, the evenings you spend huddled, cold, and alone. I know about your fear of the day, and about the terrible loneliness you feel faced with the unknown, face to face with something words can't describe. In the course of a life that has been too long, I have encountered the creatures of the night. I can help you overcome them, master them, and make them your slaves, your servants. You will find supreme power, the power of the absolute that knows no bounds for all eternity. You will find that wielding it brings intense pleasure. My name is Judas Deserto, and already you are getting to know me better. In exchange for this power that already I feel surging through your veins, I ask of you one small favor, a small request with which you will not fail to comply once the time is ripe. All I require is that you send me the small promissory note enclosed signed with your blood. My name is Judas Deserto, and now you know who I am. Weird. There was something over here, it looked like. Something like up on... What is that? Is it the key? Oh, sweet. More ammo. Was that all that was shiny over here? I think so. Spooky. Eden Shaw and I. Is this supposed to be Obed? Eden Shaw was like a real father for us. He was Grandpa Jeremy's best and only friend. I always felt there was a strong bond between us, like we shared a secret or the responsibility for a terrible mistake. I remember when we were kids, he would always get Alan and me mixed up. Grandpa Jeremy in the Fort Laboratory. Jeremy would spend days and nights on end in this workshop. It was here too that I started my own scientific career. Eden Shaw had his bedroom just next door, as if my grandfather couldn't go without having him around. I don't know who this is. Is this supposed to be like Obed grown up with Jeremy, or with Grandpa Jeremy? Also, why is there a random skeleton in the background? Oh, okay. Picture taken during our visit to the Anthropology Museum in Boston. My grandfather organized a visit. Okay, 15? The guy has facial hair already. That is not a 15-year-old, brother. That is not a 15-year-old. Anyway, that visit determined my choice of profession. I remember how surprised I was at just how much Eden Shaw knew in Grandpa Jeremy's workshop. My grandfather's workshop was like Ali Baba's cave. But I always sensed that behind his carefree appearance, the research he carried out had very far-reaching consequences. Edenshaw and the Garden of the Estate. Lucky, I want a garden. Edenshaw said little about his Native American origins, which gave him a certain mystery and a certain aura. I am still convinced that he knows much more than he lets on. Yeah, clearly. July 13th, 1991. Alan has done something terrible. Howard, our father. We are going straight to hell. Yeah, because Alan, I think... Was it Alan that killed the dad? It's weird, because Alan seems like he's like a guy who wants to have a soul. But he's also, like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna betray my brother. I'm gonna stop these experiments. Why am I stuck in this camera angle? Hello? There we go. Anyway. Yeah, he's like, I gotta stop this before it gets out of hand. Blah, blah, blah. But he killed his father when he was a boy. Like, how are you gonna act like a good guy after you murdered somebody in cold blood when you were relatively young? I don't think there's anything else of interest in here. Alright, what did I get? Ground floor library. Ooh, okay. Oh, let me use a medkit, by the way. Hey, I'm back up to the really good status now. Let's see. Oh, right, his office. I wanted to go check the drawer to see if that's what this small key is for. Oops. Itchy, 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 itchy. Aha! I was right. Another key, dude. A black and white photograph of two small boys in front of a stone arch in a cave. Yeah, giant freaking skull. Man, seeing a giant skull in real life would scare the hell out of me. Like, that would make me so uncomfortable, even if it was fake looking, for the most part. Like, if it was, like, super plasticky and cartoony, probably. But if it was, like, even remotely resembled a real skeleton, a real skull or whatever, nah, I'm out. What about the other one, though, that I just got? Oh, they're both for the library? Weird. Does that mean that does that mean they're the same key? Like, I've had multiple ways to get the one key? Or am I going to need multiple for the one library? So I'm technically on the second floor right now. Doesn't that one say that it's, why does it keep doing that? It says east, right? Yeah, so I don't know where it would be used. Unless it's this door up here. Or that might be one of the, Why won't it let me leave this view? I have to press the map button like... Jeez. I have to press the map button like 40 times before it realizes that I want to leave it. Where's this door? This red flashing one? Because I don't know where I'm at in comparison to it. I know I'm in this hallway. I don't know which door I just came out of, though. Is it not that one? Ooh. Well, let me leave. Locked. Could it possibly be? I guess not. Yeah, okay. Alright, come at me, buddy. Come at me, brother. Just making sure my gun was reloaded. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, that's sealed. I've already been that way. Sealed up. Okay. Where could the second floor east room be? I don't know. Because this is the second floor. I can't, like, change... Wah. Wah. Oh, I can change the... what level I'm on. Don't know where the library is. Unless it's this locked door right here, which... I'm guessing it is? No. That's the mirror that I came through earlier. Yeah, I don't know where the library is then. I wonder what these yellow orb things are. Does the walkthrough mention those? No, it doesn't. I don't know what the deal with those are. Yeah, all these doors are unlocked already, so I don't know where the library is. And unless it's that one that says that it seems sealed up in the basement over here. But really, I can get to it now. Anyway, regardless. Finally, jeez, dude. Well, I don't understand why the map is broken. Anyway, I'm going to say really quick, I got to use the bathroom. Okay. I really want to find this room, but if I can't, I guess I'll just try to unlock the library, wherever that is. It's not this door, is it? Because I think all doors, whenever they say it seems sealed up, I think that means just you can access it. Yeah, okay. I figured. What do you want, Chick-fil-A? Uh-huh. Maybe... Yeah. No, thank you, sir. Maybe the, he got knocked back somehow. I don't know how, but... Maybe the library's down here. I'm actually... Hold on. I'm actually tempted. I'm gonna restart from here just so I don't lose that HP. Or as much, anyway. One hit is better than two, I'll say. Technically, I don't even need to do that, really, but, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try these doors over here. Okay, what about these double doors? Aha! Oh. Cutscene.
Carnby?
I'm in the library. It's awesome.
Don't touch anything. It probably contains treasures.
Do you really think I don't know the difference between a pulp novel and an Elsevier edition?
An Elsevier? I'd never have guessed that such a term were part of your vocabulary.
Oh yeah? Well, don't worry. I'm just full of surprises. Over.
Oh, nice. There we go. I'm playing a game on my phone while the cutscenes happen occasionally.
Aline?
Yes?
I'm still in the library.
I didn't mean to press that,
I'll see
but
what I can do. And yet the old Indian told me secrets were hidden in here.
Listen, I'm starting to see how the Mortons operate. There's got to be some writing that gives the key. And my bet is that it isn't in the library. You may even have already found it.
Okay, let me go check.
ah. Phew. June 1949. I am a Morton. I realized that today. I have tried for so long to escape my destiny, but my willpower was probably not strong enough. My fascination for the world of darkness has vanquished me, but I chose to resist cooperation, a choice my father never had because of that demon Deserto. For I understood early on that only light can vanquish darkness. The magnesium bullets that were made in Italy have a remarkable effect on the smaller creatures, but they have proved inadequate to deal with the stronger monsters dwelling deep in the entrails of the night. The work of the French scientist De Broglie, I don't know, has greatly inspired my research. The properties of light he discovered and its undulating nature are remarkable. It is thus possible to concentrate and amplify it, to rupture its movement and phase, and thus transform it into a terrible destructive energy. The information I possess about the molecular structure of the shadows of the night is fragmentary, but my study of them has produced conclusive results that their capacities for absorption of light energy are limited. Photoelectric energy at certain high levels destabilizes its chemical structure. The molecules break down and the entire macro system implodes. If I could build a weapon able to concentrate light energy by factors of up to 100 or even 1,000, then, if I had the technology, if there weren't limits, God, if only someone could help me. When Eden Shaw defeated Deserto, that malevolent being who led our family down the path to dishonor, I knew that my Native American friend, had been sent to me by the gods. As a child, I saw him complete the incantation at the circle of stones, facing in the direction of conjunction. Deserto, who knew their power, employed his magical powers to dissimulate some of the statues from the eyes of man. January 13th, 1953. This date will remain engraved in my memory forever. My grandchildren were born today. God alone Is this the diary of, the grandpa? What was his name again? Frederick or whatever? God alone knows what they will make of their lives. Howard wants to get them away from Shadow Island. I understand his reasons, but I fear that destiny will prove stronger than a poor father's desire. October 14th, 1966. My research advances in leaps and bounds. Time is of the essence. I feel things stirring down below like they know that a date with destiny is nigh. Their forays into our world of light are becoming increasingly frequent. With every new day, my study of the creatures of darkness greets me with new surprises. It seems that they all possess the same genetic heritage. The expression, however, is unsuitable. The entities are more closely related to mineral than organic life, but I find none better. It's as though they have all been cloned from the same root matter. December 5th, 1969. I have finally managed to strengthen the resonance power of the crystals. Now only matter stands in my way. I tested the first version of the photoelectric pulsar, and it literally fell to pieces in my hand. I fear I must brace myself for long months of adjustment and careful tuning. Alan continues to show unremarkable intuition. Continues to show remarkable intuition, not unremarkable. His mind seems to be perfectly in tune with the creatures of the night. He even claims that they obey his commands. However, I am unhappy with the direction his research is taking. Now that I think about it, I didn't even make a connection before, but one of the main characters of this story is Alan. And this is a game about me running through this nightmare realm area, whatever, with a flashlight and a gun. If y'all have ever heard of Alan Wake, May 31st, 1973. My strength is abandoning me. Sharp pains shoot through my body like arrows. I have still so much left to do. I now know that Alan belongs to another world entirely. For the first time ever, he told me about his real plans. He wants to fuse light and dark, to restore their original unity, to reunify them, so defying their separation. I think he has been waiting for the moment when I am too weak and old to oppose him. God alone knows what he might do. For the first time in my life last night, I prayed. Kind of tempted to save again just in case. Richard Morton. Oh my god, 49 pages? Oh, this is gonna take forever. Hold on. I gotta mentally prepare myself for this. Mooney, save your own pain. Okay. Richard Morton back from an exploration in front of one of his ships. The history of the famous Boston dynasty is a tale full of unexplained events, surprises, and troubles. Some will claim my only goal in telling it is to damage the reputation of one of the most legendary fortunes of Massachusetts. I would like to say in my defense that I am simply doing my duty as a historian. My account is based on reliable sources and interviews with witnesses who, though they may be evasive, are no less worthy of our interest. If I echo certain rumors, it is in the belief that they too are constitutive of the Morton family history. Okay, so they owned an oil company. Contract for the exploitation of natural resources in Puebla, Venezuela, signed by a representative of the Venezuelan government and by Richard Morton. The Morton family roots in America go back to the time of the great demographic changes during the decades of following the founding of the USA. Although it is impossible to reconstruct the family history further back than the beginning of the 19th century, it appears that the family originated from the small town of Whitechapel in Sussex, England. It was Robert Morton, a linen merchant, who led his family to the American continent. In 1823, he built his first paper factory on the heights of Beacon Hill. The success of Morton Papers was dazzling. It was Richard Morton, though, his older brother, who founded the real Morton Empire by creating the Morton Oil Company on March 23, 1889, at the age of 37. The Iceman. Yeah, there's like a dude frozen in the ice right there, it looks like. Why do they it almost looks like they have him chained up. I wonder how they made these pictures, by the way. I wonder if they took like real life photographs and edited them, or if they just like drew these by hand, or... Because if an artist made these are really cool looking. The Morton family's history of secrecy started with the discovery of a man in the ice during one of his company's prospecting expeditions in Greenland between 1891 and 93. Richard Morton, the influential public figure, became increasingly reclusive. I don't know why it's so hard for me to read. Ever since I was a kid, I've always struggled to, like, read words off of pages properly. Or, you know, off of anything, really. Off of, you know, a monitor or whatever. Because I was a nerd who liked to read during class. Like, not just read books, but, like, whenever we had to read something out of a textbook or something, you know? The teacher would always be like, all right, it's your turn. And I would be, like, so ready. I would be like, yeah, I like reading. And it sucks because... being such an English nerd, it always bothered me whenever people mispronounced words, especially if they were common, like a line or what's kind of a common word that people don't say right. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but kids in my classes would always constantly do that, and it bothered me all the time. But on the same wavelength, I was also kind of like proud of myself that I knew how to say the words and they didn't. So I was also excited about it. I don't know. It's dumb, but you know, regardless, the point is, even then, even when I was reading during class or whatever, I always get like tongue-tied or something. Like the way that I speak, for one thing, it makes my mouth water a lot. When I have to talk a lot, it makes my mouth water. So I'm constantly having to like stop and readjust so that I don't drool everywhere or anything. And the way that my tongue moves around in my mouth when I speak, especially when I'm reading something off, like I can feel it moving around and it feels like it's bigger than it should be, or like it's moving in a weird motion that it shouldn't be, or something. But yeah, it's always been a little harder for me to, like, whenever I'm having a conversation, just talking purely, you know, talking to someone organically, no script, no words in front of me, no nothing. I'm just, you know, having a normal conversation. I almost never trip up over my words. On rare occasion, I'll have like a minor voice crack, or on rare occasion, I might like mispronounce a word or something. You know, I might get something slightly tongue-tied, but it's not nearly as common. I am verbally clumsy, but where it really shines is when I try to read something out loud off of a book or a page or whatever, you know? Whenever I'm reading something out loud that's been written. I don't know why, but my brain has just always struggled to do it properly, or my mouth has, or something. So, anyway, increasingly reclusive, abandoning the powerful Boston society circles he frequented, to launch himself into daring expeditions that led him back, time after time, to the site of his first macabre discovery. DeSerto is in the background. That guy on the left? Because DeSerto is pretty lame looking if that's DeSerto. You know, they keep talking about him like he's like this mythical, elusive, supernatural voodoo guy, but he's just a chubby white looking dude. To assist in his missions, which sometimes ended in human and financial disaster, he called upon Swedish and Norwegian sailors and mercenaries, among who was a certain Judas DeSerto. DeSerto was a risk-taker, a warrior, and a clairvoyant, interested in the arts of black magic. He was a suspicious character who seemed to have a great influence over Richard Morton. The exact cause of this terrible accident was never uncovered. Looks like a train crash, I think. Against expectations, the family business was flourishing. The Morton Oil Company won over market after market in Venezuela and Indonesia and in the North Sea. Its competitors, meanwhile, were struck by a string of surprising misfortunes. Their key negotiators had accidents. Their directors developed mental health problems, and their lawyers would cave in suddenly, agreeing to disadvantageous settlements. No public or private investigation managed to pin a criminal charge on the Morton Group. The family's fortune was known to be huge, however, no one knew how huge. Gibson around 1900. Who's Gibson? Is that one of the Mortons? Oh. Samuel Gibson entered into Richard Morton's service on June 20th, 1899. This brilliant student had a knack for deciphering ancient languages. It turned out that Morton had entrusted him with the translation of inscriptions on tablets found near the famous Iceman. Gibson's work led Richard Morton to Shadow Island. Offshore view of Shadow Island. It looks like it's like completely enshrouded in fog or whatever. Kind of like Themyscira. Is that? No, not Themyscira. What's the island where Wonder Woman lives? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure their island is shrouded in fog too, isn't it? The fort that overlooks the island's bleak moors had been abandoned for a good 20 or so years. Soldiers stationed there had experienced hallucinations or suffered sudden bouts of sheer madness. Others simply appeared without a trace, or disappeared without a trace. I should also mention a strange legend that claims the chapel, situated near the fort, had been the site of strange rituals during the 17th century, during which human sacrifices might have taken place. The state of Massachusetts needed no convincing when Richard Morton offered to buy Shadow Island, which he did for a nominal sum. It seems that, to start with, Richard Morton wanted to make the fort his home. He spent a real fortune and superhuman effort on this task before abandoning the idea. He elected instead to build a strange manor on the south side of the island. Oh, so there was... Okay, so So yeah. So there's like a church on this island, and there's like a fort, and he wanted to make the fort his house, but for some reason he couldn't. Just too much work or something, I don't know. But he decided to build a house on this island anyway. His decision to buy Shadow Island and live there was because the engravings on the stone tablets were similar to those found in the island's deepest underground passageways. When are we gonna get a game or a movie or something where, like, ancient relics and writings aren't hidden in a cave? When can we get, like, something that's on the side of a mountain, or underwater, or, I don't know, just kind of out in the open? Letter from Gibson to his fiancée, dated October 14th, 1902. I can't read it, so... Why did they even include this? You can't read it, like, at all. As work on translation of the engravings advanced, relations between Morton and Gibson deteriorated. The student relished the romanticism of his work, whereas Morton seemed devoured by a destructive passion. What's more, Gibson's discoveries seemed to terrify him. He confided his worries and fears in a long letter addressed to his young fiancée who had stayed on the mainland. This was the last that was heard of him. Gibson's mother later received this terse message. Your son has disappeared. His body has not been found. My condolences. Signed, Richard Morton. Your son's gone, by the way. He's dead. Oh well. Search warrant for an unknown girl. The peak of Richard Morton's disturbing activity coincided with a wave of disappearances among the young girls of Boston's poorer neighborhoods. This is the most disturbing episode of his life. It is my definite belief that, driven by the evil Deserto, the founder of the Morton dynasty was practicing black magic rituals involving the sacrifice of innocent souls. Without doubt, in the very chapel sacrifices had taken place 3 centuries earlier. To what end, I do not know. The first disappearances started in October/November 1903. They continued with the frightening regularity of 1 a month, increasing during periods of equinox until Richard Morton died on April 13th, 1905. So they only went for 2 years, but that's still, if it's 1 a month, and it's increased during periods of equinox, then they probably sacrifice, like, probably at least 20 girls, maybe even more. On this date, the disappearances mysteriously stopped. Archibald Morton as a child. He killed a lion or whatever that is. In 1874, Archibald Morton was born, the only child of Richard Morton and Susan Chalmers. The youngest daughter of Lord Chalmers, a ruined aristocrat and opium addict. Oh, I see. Woof. While the Morton Oil Company's business prospered, Archibald devoted his youth to the study of the polar circles. Like his father, he mounted many expeditions. Like his father, he also developed a fascination for Shadow Island and its strange secrets. Young Polynesian men and women in the hold of a ship. It has slowly emerged that large numbers young men and women, shouldn't that be large numbers of young men and women, were uprooted from their distant homelands and taken to the island from as early as the end of 1905. Archibald was, in this matter, more discreet than his father. Evidence of this is found not only in the accounts of some sailors, but also in the written confessions of a slave trader, Thomas Plunkett, in which Deserto's name is cited several times. It seems, however, that no trace of these unfortunate men and women has ever been found on this island. Archibald Morton and Jennifer Pritchett. In 1897, so this was before Where was it again? It said that he died in 1905. So he got married before his dad died. Archibald Morton married his first wife, Jennifer Pritchett, a pastor's daughter and a renowned organist. Okay. She was a devout Christian and wrote long letters to her father recounting her disgust for her husband and her despair. If she hates him so much, then why did she marry him? Unless it was like a fixed marriage kind of thing or something? Which even then, I still don't believe in fixed marriages. Not only, like, do I not think they should happen, but also, like, I feel like you could probably run away from a fixed marriage. Like, I feel like maybe in very specific situations it would be really hard to, but, like, I feel like you could probably just leave. Just disappear or something. The pastor, however, like her dad, I guess. The pastor, however, had disappeared the day after the marriage. The undelivered letters were kept in the postal archives, where I discovered them still sealed. Archibald treated her with uncommon cruelty. She nevertheless gave birth to a son in 1899, which is when his dad died. Jeremy Morton as a child. Jeremy was of a weak and delicate nature, but early in life he already showed signs of exceptional intelligence. He too was haunted by the secrets of Shadow Island, but his general approach was more scientific. Jeremy Morton was an inventor. The breadth and originality of his inventions, which he never even bothered to patent, is highly impressive. He attended Congress and addressed conferences. In 1922, he struck up a lasting friendship with one of the last descendants of the Abkhani's tribe, Joseph Edenshaw. The Native Americans settled on Shadow Island in 1924. So it only took him 2 years to convince him to come live with him. Invoice from the Nobel Company addressed to Jeremy Morton. Explosives, phosphorus, and magnesium. Wow, those were cheap back then. Well, cheap compared to what they would be today. Is what I mean. Like, obviously back then, $400 was probably like a few thousand. Anyway, it appears that Jeremy Morton collected a considerable arsenal of weaponry. In less than 3 years, he ordered over 200 pounds of explosives from the Noble Company in Boston, along with large quantities of phosphorus and magnesium. Jeremy Morton and Joseph Edenshaw. The last 10 years of Jeremy Morton's life were the most secretive and mysterious. In his youth and middle age, the inventor genius hobnobbed with the cream of society. He spent his old age, however, as a recluse on the island. Some accounts of this period make the blood run cold. One example is the marriage of his son, Howard, born in 1931, to Lucy Dogan, for which he staged a reception on the island. Relations and members from a distant branch of the family were present. The party was disrupted by drama when the horrifically mutilated body of one of the guests was discovered in the park adjacent to the manor. Lucy's brother, Michael Dogan, claims to have seen a terrifying lizard-like creature with tentacles armed with enormous fangs. Lizard-like with tentacles and enormous fangs. Doesn't look very lizard-like. I don't see any tentacles, and he definitely doesn't have fangs. Unless this is supposed to be like, when it says mutilated body of one of the guests, it's talking about someone that was killed by that thing, or this is just like a different messed up guy. There's no doubt in my mind that the members of the Morton family, Jeremy being no exception, undertook dangerous and frightful experiments on the corpses discovered by Richard and his successors. Experiments that interfere with nature's own course. Resurrections from the dead, crossbreeding, genetic manipulation. Oh, here's the family tree thing. So it starts with Richard marrying Susan. Oh man, oh my, wait, what? Or is that how long they were married? Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Richard Morton till 1905. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking 1899. Does this imply that he married a 10-year-old? Does it show a picture of them together or anything? Where doesn't it mention something about his marriage? Where? Maybe it doesn't mention his marriage. Hold on. So... Wow. So Richard is a pedophile. He molested a 10-year-old, probably one of the girls that he kidnapped. And she gave birth to Archibald, their only son, right before she died. That's disgusting, dude. Screw all the terrible rituals that are happening here. We need this man arrested for other reasons. Bring him back to life and arrest him, and then bring him back to life again after he dies in prison, and torture him for eternity, and then send him to hell. He's literally a pedophile. How did she even get pregnant at 10 years old, though? Is that like more common than I realized? Because I thought you had to be a kind of a certain age to be able to become pregnant. Generally. That's still disgusting, though, that he impregnated a 10-year-old. Ugh. So Jeremy Morton is the grandpa, I think, isn't it? And he's married to some lady that nobody knows. Which I could be wrong, but I think that's the lady that was in the attic. What about, what are their names? Alan and Obed, or whatever his name is. Why are they not in the family tree? I don't have the time to read. Right after I just got done reading 49 pages! But yeah, you don't have time to read it all. Nobody has time for that. Much older than everything else? Why? What even is it? I can barely see it. Kind of looks like a lizard type person. Either spitting fire or like... Maybe it's like barfing up souls, or maybe souls are going into it or something. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it's usually teenagers, or like preteens at least, not 10-year-olds. But that's still disgusting. Like, please die. I swear I saw something shiny. Oh, I did. Is it something upstairs, or is it something down here? Guessing it's something upstairs. Oh, no, there's something shiny there too. Oh man, Ollie. Oh really, Mooners? That's crazy. You were such a young lad. I didn't get mine until I was like 14. I was cool. Yeah, I'm gonna save just in case. And also I only have like 20 minutes left. A box of rockets. I'm assuming that's for the rocket launcher, not the grenade launcher. Whoa, why does it do that? It like warps as you change the camera. That's bizarre. Oops. Another bowl of water there. You're a 20? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Mooney? What is this little control panel thing? Oh, I have no idea. Do it, Mooney. Whoa. Spooky. It's like a giant bird, pterodactyl or something. I still really don't like that you can't interact with stuff while you're sprinting. You should definitely be able to. Oh, this is... There's like a scrape on the floor where this has been opened a lot. Let me look at the walkthrough really quick just to... The biography. Is that one of these, or is that the thing that I just read? Okay, so I'm supposed to solve this thingy down here. What is this? Oh, another book I can push in. Can I? No, not yet. Oh, there's another opening right here, too. How do I... Oh. It's just really picky for some reason. Ugh. The last page of the biography. Well, no. It's not the last page of the biography then. Liar. Man, I swear walkthroughs love to lie to you, bro. Or gaslight you or whatever. Or if it is to do with this, then I don't understand how. Maybe it has to do with the red stuff. Although, I still don't see how though. Let me see if this answer that the guide says actually works first, and then we'll see. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so how is it 3926? Hint, the last page of the biography contains vital information to solve a puzzle. Check it and you will be asked to enter 4 numbers. Think for the code before you continue reading. Still can't solve it? Try to think harder. Okay, I'll give you another hint. The picture, get it? If you still don't get it, well then I'll give you the code. How are you supposed to get that? How are you supposed to get 3926 from the last page? Is it like the addition of some of these numbers? Or something? Surely it must be. But which ones? If it's supposed to be addition. Yeah, I don't get it. Let me look at another walkthrough and see if they explain it. Oh, here. Wait. Wait, what? Oh! For some reason, I was supposed to check the back of this, which I don't know why I would have thought to have done that first off. But second off, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could rotate pictures to find codes on the back. Third off, what does that have to do with... What is this picture? I guess maybe they're saying this doorway that I just opened leads to the cave, because otherwise I don't see any correlation whatsoever between this and the code that I just entered. Like, I know there's this math equation, and like, yeah, if you add them, then you get whatever it was, 3926 or whatever. But I don't see why you would have thought to have checked the back of this specific photograph, found these specific numbers, added them together, and then be like, ah, yes, this is used for this one specific dial puzzle that has no indication that it has anything to do with two boys or a cave or a skull or anything like that. Like, why would I have known that? Wah. The key to the portraits is the dates, those... Wait, what? Is the dates those they represent were born on. The key to the portraits is the dates those they represent were born on. So what I said earlier, you need to put nameplates on them. A niche in the wall containing several statues piled on top of one another. I mean, that's definitely where I'm gonna save again. I'm nervous, but anyway, I've never heard the word niche used that way. Kind of metal telescope has a wooden butt like a gun. It kind of look it. Oh, it is a gun. I was about to say it kind of looks like a gun, but it's definitely a gun. Look, it's got a trigger and a handle and everything. Weird. Wait, did I save already? I don't think I did. I think I got distracted. Oh, can I interact with this breaker thing? Kind of statue representing a bison. Apparently I'm supposed to do something with this. I don't think I can leave though. I don't know what the answer to this would be. All I know is I don't want to interact with it. But I guess I have to now. Cool. Oh, I'm gonna look at the guide for this because I have no idea what this could possibly be. The guide doesn't even mention it yet. I'm not even supposed to be at this thing yet, I guess. Okay, apparently I was supposed to get that from using the telescope somewhere. Don't know where exactly, but... Where does it say? You get this number from the tower room using the telescope. Oh, I was supposed to continue this way. I have to actually manually go up it for half a second. How silly. Peen. Just teleporting out of nowhere. Okay, that's nothing then. So what's the point in coming over here? Anyway. Quit respawning, hacker. It's not fair. I assume there's nothing, like, hidden around here. Once again, have to climb for, like, 2 seconds. Silly goofball. Whoa, wow, wow, wow. What the hell? I mean, I already solved the puzzle, unfortunately, but... Zoom times 200. Times 400. Oh, there's the 1692. Okay. Again, though, how was I supposed to correlate that with... How do I leave this? No, like, genuinely, how do I leave situations like this? Because I can't figure it out. Like, sometimes I get stuck in... I don't know what that noise just was. Sometimes I get stuck in... Whoa! What the hell? Okay. I don't know what that is. How... Did I just... I guess I just happened to zoom in on the right spot. Oh, F seems to work. Ha! Okay. What?
Carnby,
Yeah, it's me. So, found anything out?
I hoped you had good news.
Yeah, well, no. I spotted a man in the fort that overlooks the island. It might be Obed Morton.
So?
So what? No, I didn't blast him like a sitting duck, even if that's just what he deserves. This entire mess never would have happened if he and all his bent family hadn't been warped by ambition.
Obed Morton has made great progress in his field. Increasing our knowledge of mankind, he's a genius with a passion for his work.
Besides, who is Obed Morton to you? I can't talk about him without you immediately getting all worked up.
I have good reason to believe that that Obed Morton is my father.
If that's a joke, it's not funny.
The date coincides, and I was shown a picture.
So that's why you agreed to come to the island.
And also for the Abcanis writing tablets.
Abcanis writing tablets, my foot. Why didn't you write to him, for crying out loud? Why rush straight over here?
I want to hear it from his own mouth.
Actually, I understand. I should tell you to stay put, but be careful, Aline, and call me if you have a problem.
Carnby, I have a problem.
Okay, then. No, let me out. There we go. Charm of saving. goofy. My foot. I wasn't expecting her to be his daughter, though. That's kind of weird. It's gross, though. I wonder what happens if I push the books in. Okay. Well, I need to quit here in a second. So there's that one. And then, well, hold on. Let me actually pay attention to how it looks. So that's like the top half of the, I don't know if it matters, but that's the top half of the hourglass, and it has a little bright circle next to it. Supposedly, there's a couple doors, or a couple books downstairs. Man, this is such a long walk. The Long Walk, the movie. Okay, so the top half is still filled, but the bottom circle, or the circle's on the bottom now. What about the other one? There should be another one somewhere. If anywhere, I feel like it would be back here somewhere. Maybe not. Where is the other one? Alright, come hither. Walk through. One behind the ancient statue. This one? Is it like over here somewhere? Ah, okay. Oh, I think I see. Okay. Well, anyway, I need to quit here, unfortunately. I have to go a little earlier than I would kind of like, but... But yeah, I have to leave, unfortunately. But yeah, this camera angle kind of hurts my brain a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go for now. Let me save. I wish I had longer to play. I woke up like a touch later than I would have liked, but not too late. But then, as usual, something had to happen. My phone had an update, so I had to do that, and then frickin' I had to take care of my dog, of course, and do my usual morning routine and stuff like that. And then finally, by the time like I had updated all my info for YouTube, and like my phone was finally updated and all that good stuff, it was, you know, noon or whatever. Or how long has it been? 2 hours. It was like right before 1, basically. So yeah, I do wish I had longer, but oh well. Unfortunately, I gotta go now. Earlier than I would like, but I feel like I made like a bearable amount of progress. Especially with that freaking giant book. Longest biography ever. Not really, but anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Mooney, thanks for coming by as usual. I will stream again tomorrow. Nah, you're good, Mooners. And yeah, I'll be back in 20 hours or so. Hopefully I'll have longer tomorrow. But yeah, until then, bye everybody. I love you.